Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Will there be a real Housewives of Austin? Rumors explained. Almost everyone has heard that things are bigger in Texas. The Lone Star State knows how to put on a show. And when it comes to Bravo, the network is always looking for the next best Real Housewives series. With Dallas on a long pause, could it be they are looking for a reboot in Austin? Let's break down the rumors. Austin is arguably the best Texas city to have its own franchise. It seems that many followers agree with this sentiment. About a year ago, Disney Channel actresses Christy Carlson Romano and Annalise van der Pol discussed openly on their Big Name Bitches podcast their experiences of being interviewed by producers. Both were discussing the potential, but Christy revealed her interview did not go well. The child actor noted that she didn't really want a spot on the Real Housewives of Austin, and followers doubt they will see her on the final cast choice. Over the years there have been numerous rumors, but a few have stuck. For example, it was once reported that a version of the series was filmed, but that something wild occurred with a socialite, and the tourism board revoked the filming permits in order to protect reputations. There have been a few rumblings on Reddit as well. Names like Susan Dell and Steve Sarkisian's wife, L'Oreal Smith, have been dropped. Susan and her husband, Michael Dell, who is a billionaire with a capital B, own a pricey couture salon and are the perfect symbol for mega money in Austin. However, when it comes to a rumored cast, any local knows that the Dells are all about their privacy. Steve is the football coach at the University of Texas. His wife, L'Oreal, is a stylist known for her game day outfits. Even though nothing has been set in stone when it comes to Bravo, I wouldn't be surprised if the cogs were already ready turning. We've watched them sip champagne in Beverly Hills, throw wine glasses in New Jersey, and shade each other under the blazing Atlanta sun. The Real Housewives franchise has become a pop culture colossus, a surreal blend of high glamour lifestyles, raw emotional drama, and meme-worthy one-liners. But as reality TV continues to evolve, so does the question, what's next? Could the Real Housewives journey stretch beyond the usual zip codes and Botox clinics, maybe even beyond Earth? Let's boldly go where no housewives have gone before. The premise: Real Housewives of the Final Frontier. Imagine it, the Real Housewives of the International Space Station, a cast of 7 elite women, space heiresses, tech billionaires' wives, former astronauts turned influencers, living together aboard a luxury space module orbiting Earth. Zero gravity does not mean zero drama. The women would float through narrow corridors in custom Balenciaga flight suits, hair stubbornly bobbing in anti-gravity halos. Arguments would erupt over stolen serum pouches, misplaced anti-aging injectables, and who last used the zero-G cryosauna. A casual brunch might spiral into chaos when someone sabotages another's Quino supply or accidentally deletes the daily messages from Earth. With private space travel becoming more common, courtesy of SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Virgin Galactic, a private reality series set in low Earth orbit isn't completely out of the question. NASA may not be eager to lease its modules for a Bravo reunion special, but future private space hotels, already under development, might welcome the PR splash. Filming in space would present unique challenges: camera stability in microgravity, communication delays, and the sheer cost of sending a production crew into orbit. But drones and automated cameras could solve part of that problem. And with billion-dollar reality TV empires behind it, cost might not be a deal-breaker. It could even be part of the plot. Imagine a confession booth floating freely, where the camera locks on as Lisa, floating slightly sideways, dabs her eyes with a gold-threaded tissue and sighs. I just feel like she's not being real with me. Not even up here. If space is still a logistical leap too far, perhaps the Real Housewives could make their digital debut in the metaverse. In this version, each housewife is reimagined as an avatar in a hyper-glamorous, simulated world. Think of it as Second Life meets Keeping Up with the Kardashians, a VR series where luxury knows no boundaries. Cast members buy and flaunt NFT jewelry, host exclusive virtual galas, and battle for control of exotic VR cities like Glamora or Diamante. Digital drama would still feel real. Arguments could erupt over hacked designer filters, sabotaged AI assistants, or a rival releasing an embarrassing deepfake. With a VR platform, producers could also blur the line between audience and cast. Fans might purchase backstage passes to enter the virtual set, watch confessionals in real time, or even vote on story arcs. Because The Real Housewives is no longer just a television franchise, it's a cultural ecosystem, a glittering, chaotic mirror held up to the face of modern womanhood, wealth, status, and occasionally table-flipping rage. Whether you love it, mock it, study it like a sociologist, or deny ever watching it while secretly knowing exactly who threw that prosthetic leg, Real Housewives is part of the 21st century psyche. But how far can it go? Can it follow us into the stars, into virtual reality, into dimensions uncharted? Let's imagine. The Real Housewives of the Moon. In the year 2089, oxygen is expensive and lunar real estate is hotter than a Beverly Hills Botox bar. 5 women, one a tech heiress, one a retired K-pop star turned Martian mineral investor, one a scandal-ridden space architect, one a Venusian import, and one, well, she just showed up one day with a perfect zero-gravity blowout, gather in Dome City 6 to discuss friendship, betrayal, and who stole whose carbon credits. Tagline: I may live in a bubble, but I'm no airhead. The Real Housewives of the Metaverse. This season, the drama's not just personal, it's programmable. Avatars drip in NFT culture. Arguments escalate over virtual yacht parties, while cryptocurrency scandals threaten alliances. One housewife's husband is revealed to be AI-generated. Another admits she's been deepfaked for 6 episodes. Tagline: you could upgrade your face, but you can't rewrite your past. The Real Housewives of Ancient Rome. Time travel content is in, and Bravo Max Plus discovers the golden opportunity of cross-era drama. The wives of senators, gladiators, and suspiciously immortal philosophers convene at the forum. There are chariot chases, olive oil-fueled spa fights, and a surprise cameo from a toga-clad Andy Cohen. Tagline: all roads lead to me. The Real Housewives of Middle-earth. She's not just a lady of Lothlorien, she's queen of the social scene. These elf, dwarf, human, and hobbit housewives sip elven wine and throw shade sharper than elvish blades. Someone enchanted someone's horse. Someone else tried to destroy the One Ring, again, for attention. Tagline: I don't start wars, I finish legends. The Real Housewives of the Apocalypse. Set 30 years after the last drop of rosé fell, this season follows survivors in stilettos navigating post-civilization society. One housewife's bunker has a chandelier. Another insists on weekly confessionals via satellite. Bartering is in, subtlety is out, and drama is forever. Tagline: I survived the end of the world. Don't think I won't survive you. The Real Housewives of Suburbia. Rebooted. Forget space and fantasy. The franchise might just circle back to basics: cul-de-sacs, PTA drama, and passive-aggressive Pinterest boards. One housewife is a wellness influencer with a shady collagen empire. Another is a dentist's wife with a dark secret involving stolen cookie contest recipes. Tagline: I'm sweet like lemonade, but I'll leave you with a sour aftertaste. Will there be a Real Housewives of everywhere? At its core, the Real Housewives series is less about the house and more about the performance of reality. The cocktail of confessionals, loyalty tests, and 3-part reunion specials is a formula so enduring it could outlast most governments. Why? Because it gives us access to the dream. Whether that dream is designer handbags or finally confronting your frenemy with a cleverly rehearsed one-liner while wearing a glittering jumpsuit. It's about status. It's about visibility. It's about curated chaos, all filmed with suspiciously perfect lighting. And so will there be a Real Housewives of your town, your dreams, your nightmares? Perhaps we are all housewives now in the age of reality. Everyone's got a storyline. Everyone's got receipts. The world is your confession booth, and your tagline? That's your Instagram bio.